Okay, so I want to start off this video by saying gear doesn't matter. Stop spending so much money on gear. Oh my god, this stuff is ridiculous. I mean, look at the prices. Oh my fucking god. Well, that was kind of an intense intro. I don't have an intro jingle yet, so I have to make this up right now and just make my own sound effects to it. Yeah. Let's face it. Kit lens, while they're cheap and durable, aren't exactly the sharpest tool in the shed. As far as build quality and sharpness, they aren't touching an L series lens by Canon or other reputable lenses. But as we all know, if you want that sweet Gillette razor sharpness, then you need to have that sweet razor sharp monies. Like, lots of them. So, for those lacking in that department, we're stuck with this. Wait, now don't sleep on your kit lens. It may not have that cool red ring around it, but it can still pull off some amazing shots. Alright, so for this video, I kind of want to focus more on the video aspect of using a kit lens. You can probably pick up some photography tips, but this is mainly going to be video focused. So as I mentioned before, gear doesn't matter. So like I mentioned before, or screamed it before, gear doesn't matter. Gear doesn't matter. I know you guys probably heard that like all the time, but I think it's crucial that you get that through your head. I used to get extremely discouraged when I would take a video or take a picture and it would just look like a potato. And then the first thought in my head was, damn, I need a better lens. But I think that's the wrong way to think about it. I think instead of saying I need better gear, I think what you should be saying is I need a better shot. More often than not, it's the composition of the frame of the shot that makes it pleasant to the eye. So what I want to do for this video is I want to give you guys some pointers or just some tips on how you can use your kit lens most effectively. I've been shooting with the kit lens for about 2 years now. Usually when I shoot for like a company or a client, I always rent, but if it's for my own personal work, I usually always use my kit lens. So let's go ahead and get into these tips. Alright, number 1, movement. So the first thing we're going to start off with is movement. So let's be real, a kit lens does not look nice. It doesn't have any fancy bokeh. It's not sharp. It just, you know, it is what it is. It's a kit lens. But more often than not, your kit lens usually comes with an image stabilizer. Now, Peter McKinnon has a great video on how to get some nice smooth shots without a gimbal. I'll link it down in the description. And I personally use the elbow tuck technique to get some shots. So pair that with warp stabilizer and post, you have some really nice moving and sliding shots that you can use. Now, you have to know the limit with warp stabilizer because some shots get too jarring. You still have to try to keep the camera as smooth as possible. My monitor just turned off. Step 2 is to shoot during golden hour or blue hour. Light affects your image more than any other element. I mean, you're literally capturing light, so it makes sense that it would. Good lighting can make an iPhone picture look like a DSLR, and vice versa. It can make a kit lens look like a $10,000 lens. So plan your shoots accordingly. Alright, so step 3 is ND filters, and I feel like these are overlooked a lot, especially with people who have kit lenses. And I know what you're thinking, why would I get an ND filter for a lens that I'm probably going to end up replacing and never use again? And you have a good point on that, but you also have to be realistic. If you're not going to get a lens within the next month or two, you still need a lens to shoot with. So I recommend making that $50 to $100 investment on your ND filters for the time being, so that way you can actually shoot. Especially since ND filters are crucial when shooting outside, especially with the kit lens, because you want to keep that kit lens wide open at 3.5 to give you the most shallow depth of field that you can. Again, it depends on the shot, but more ideally, people want that nice shallow depth of field behind them. Not to mention, keeping it open at 3.5 gives it the best opportunity to be the sharpest image. So step 4 is understanding the weaknesses of your kit lens. Now, this doesn't just apply to kit lenses. I believe if you have a lens, you should know what it's good at and what it's bad at. One thing that kit lenses are bad at are low light situations. Since most kit lenses have an f-stop of 3.5 to 5.6, it doesn't make them ideal for low light situations. So one way to get around this is to shoot where there's plenty of light, like in a downtown of a city or just near a street light. It's important to know what your lens can and can't do, so that way you know what shots you can pull off. Lastly and most importantly is composition. Now I wish I had an easy trick to show you so that way you can nail it each time, but composition really comes with experience. I mean, you can always look for leading line symmetry and cool lights to aid, but for the most part, composition is learned through experience. And that's why you guys shouldn't be discouraged to not shoot even with a cheap lens. You have to go out and shoot to become better, and there's no shortcut around that, especially with composition. And I know it's hard to find things to shoot. I know that was one of my main issues, is I never really knew what to shoot, or I didn't have any cool places around me to shoot. To that I say, make it a challenge. Take the place that doesn't look cool or stunning and make it look amazing. Your job as a cinematographer or as a photographer is to make whatever you're shooting look the best. Because if you can make a crummy place look beautiful with the kit lens, imagine what you could do when you upgrade. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see more on my face, but if you don't, completely understand. I deal with it every day, so no hard feelings. Let me know what you guys think about in the comments below. Give that like button a firm but gentle press if you liked the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. My light. really hope I cut that out.
Like a butterfly, sting like Ali. I'm the new dude of the choo-choo with the smooth moves and the slick groove, almost too loose.